Thank you LEGO for sending this set for review. Returning to Middle-earth is becoming a yearly thing now, and after Rivendell and Barad-dûr, this year's Lord of the Rings inspired LEGO set is the Shire, a collection of the most iconic parts of Hobbiton, namely Gandalf's carriage, Bilbo's birthday party, and Bag and of course. But before moving on to all of that, we gotta take a look at all of the minifigures. 9 in total, including fan favorite characters, as well as a few never seen before ones. Gandalf the Grey should be no surprise here, single face expression on the headpiece, and it has both the air and his iconic hat. Bilbo Baggins carries the One Ring on his hand, as an amazingly detailed torso print and dual face expressions. Frodo has his attire for when he attended Bilbo's party, and for once has an happy secondary face expression instead of the ring-possessed ones from the other sets. Sam with a scissor for cutting grass under the window, double expression as well, and the pair of mischiefs, Merry and Pippin, have hilarious secondary face prints for when they blew up Gandalf's firework, the big one. And then Rose, the love interest of Sam, turned minifigure for the first time ever, I think. Finally, the Proudfoot couple seen on screen upon Gandalf's return to the Shire. Mrs. Proudfoot has a new minifigure skirt element that is exclusive to this set as of yet. For Shire-related characters, I'd say the selection here is spot on, packing everything fans could ever ask for. Gandalf's fireworks carriage can obviously be attached to the horse element like so, as interesting piece choices for the tilted sections, a selection of fireworks in the back, and jumper plates to have both Gandalf and Frodo sitting with the parts included for that purpose alone. The next selection of items are all a part of Bilbo's 111th birthday party, including a table with his massive birthday cake, a brick-built model of the dragon firework Merry and Pippin set off, with an extra flower stalk piece in black included to play out when they lit it. There's even the tent below which all of this happened, made with a clever structure and a cloth type piece matching the patterns of the on-screen version quite well. The biggest build of this lot though is the party tree. Definitely my least favorite aspect of the entire set due to how weak the foliage branches look, at least to me, but complete with the party lights and another cloth element for the party banner. The very cool thing about this in this stage where Bilbo gives his iconic speech is the hidden function where quickly turning the gear plate on the back replicates his disappearing when he puts the ring on, which is incredibly fun. The way the mechanism is done underneath does not allow for the movement to go further than it needs to for this purpose, so all in all I found this great. The last detail of all of this is the firework dragon build that can be attached to the party tree with a transparent element to make it look like it's flying, put together with clever piece choices like the Fury Wings from some Ninjago Dragon sets. All of these, plus a few hobbitses, could have been a perfectly fine and smaller Lord of the Rings set on its own, but here we are. The highlight of this set though is of course Bag End, Bilbo and Frodo's house, a model done in LEGO for the last time over 10 years ago at a significantly smaller scale. So for people who missed it back in the day, this is exciting news for sure. And done with adults in mind means that there's a lot going on with these as far as details go and level of complexity in the build. It's kinda hard to notice and done almost flawlessly when everything is put together, but there's some very clever angles here that we can see on this section, but better yet from below. Both of these windows were also done at an angle, buried deep within all of the grass and terrain, much like the rest of it all. The mix of studs and curved wedge slopes works really well in my eyes, and the small bits of foliage and nature here and there work really well and do the on-screen version of the location justice. The fence done with boomerang pieces intertwined with one another was an incredible part usage, there's some crops going on behind it, and at the entrance gate the iconic message reads "No admittance except on party business." Sadly, one of a few stickers the set has. There's a lot of prints though, including the ones for the quarter tiles of the windows I've shown before and the ones for the entrance door. A tree above with a jumper plate looks the perfect reading spot. There's some laundry drying in the sun, a few chimneys coming out of the ground, and all that there's left to see is the interior of the Baggins residence, something that can be done more easily by removing the tree section entirely. The minifigure whip elements on the back of the entrance door for details was yet another clever piece usage. There's a coat hanger on the left side and a chest on the right side, complete with Frodo's mithril shirt. Another of the set's stickers. On the ground though, the tapestry detail is done with a pair of printed tiles. To the left there's Bilbo's study where he wrote his adventures, a book with a sticker for the cover and the iconic book's name by Tolkien inside, there and back again, most commonly known as The Hobbit. A quill for writing and the deed and contract for passing the house to Frodo on the other side. The fireplace to the right makes good use of studs on top techniques and a few extra printed tiles for details, the exact same ones used for the windows outside, while above another sticker for detail. The last room is the dining room, jam-packed with details, and notice how seamless the angle of the build seen outside can hardly be noticed inside. Pretty cool stuff as far as building techniques go. The table with the tea set also has a map of the Lonely Mountain where Smaug the dragon is, or was, depending on the timeline. I really like the Shire builds with the upside down Minecraft box elements that stay loose on the other hand, which makes them fall from time to time, which can be annoying. Some more items scattered everywhere, another tapestry pair of printed tiles on the floor, Bilbo's parents' portraits above the fireplace, and in it the last of the set's functions. The envelope that Gandalf threw in the fire burns away to reveal the One Ring by turning this round brick on this side. A simple yet clever mechanism that elevates the play of the set tremendously, much like Bilbo's disappearing feature. Seeing more LEGO Lord of the Rings products being done is reason enough for fans to be happy about after years of asking, and doing Bag End as a product, while it doesn't compare to the amazingly looking and technically challenging Rivendell, or the oversized, unimpressive and hard to display Barad-dûr, it again really is cool to see, especially considering the smaller scale of the model, which also means a far more affordable price when compared to the other two. Now, at the time of recording, I was not made aware of what the price is going to be, so considering the piece count of 2,000 pieces, the IP, prints, minifigures, and the expensive to produce cloth pieces, I estimate these will fall somewhere between $220 to $250. Any more than that and we'll be looking at an overpriced LEGO set. Below that, at $200 would be the perfect sweet spot to rope in some fans into maybe spending a little bit more to get the big ones. Buying the LEGO Shire on day one should qualify you to get the gift with purchase set, Smeagol and Deagle, an interesting product I'll be reviewing in a few days, and another perfect example, like the Fellbeast set from last year, of something people would happily buy as an actual retail product on its own. Considering the aftermarket prices of the Fellbeast set though, getting this one could help you offset the price of the LEGO Shire in case you decide to sell your copy. I love the functions, prints, character selection and location choice for the Shire set in the grand scheme of LEGO Lord of the Rings. I think to make it less pricey, the entire party extras could have been a product on its own or simply not included at all, but considering the prices for the previous two models of the lineup, my guess is that the budget for this one was aligned with those, far bigger, but since there wasn't the need to make Bag End any bigger than these, the extra builds were simply made to justify a bigger retail price since LEGO knows people are willing to pay $400 plus for LEGO Lord of the Rings products, right? Regardless of all of that, it is a great product, depending on final retail price of course, that I'd still place above Barad-dûr in my Lord of the Rings LEGO rankings. Rivendell being one of the best LEGO sets ever made as far as display value and building techniques go, left too big a shoe to fill that I don't think any other product of the theme will ever be able to surpass, and that's fine. But the importance of the Shire for the world of Middle-earth and Lord of the Rings is undeniable, so rightfully so will be within people's reach in just a few days. Links for purchase in the description below if you wish to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.